What is up, Edison duelists? This is Dionysus, aka Young Puds, coming at you guys with some more shameless, hype beast, Gigavise content. Guys, today we are going to be continuing to beat a dead horse. Some people say, do not beat a dead horse. I say, I will continue to beat this specific dead horse until no one plays stun decks ever again. That's right, folks. I am talking about stun decks again today. Here's the thing. Here's why I have such a vendetta against stun decks. Is on paper, right? If you think about some sort of hypothetical, right, rock, paper, scissors that idealists might claim exist. You know how those idealists are, always claiming things exist. You guys know how they roll. Here's the thing. They're wrong. They're so wrong, dude. So the idealist would claim that, okay, you might have a combo deck, right? And the combo deck is going to outpace and be so fast and powerful that it's going to defeat the mid-range deck, and the mid-range deck is not going to have the sustained value to compete against a type of aggressive combo deck. They're not going to have enough to stop it. But then a stun deck is going to be able to shut down the combo deck, and it is only going to lose to the mid-range deck. That falls apart because the mid-range deck, which I think Black Wings is a perfect example of a mid-range deck, right? They're playing a powerful suite of back row that is vital to their strategy, and they also have explosive aggressive plays, right? So that's a mid-range deck, Black Wings, right? A stun deck should probably have a hard time against them, but it should have an easy time against Gigavise. It doesn't. We dunk on it. We destroy it. It's not even close, you guys. So I played against this duelist. This is Kojiro 87. Now I've got some other, stun matchups that I thought were relevant replays to show you guys. But look, this is an opponent with a very high rating, 1108. I challenge you specifically, the viewer, to match this rating. You can't. Unless you can, and then I bet, you know what, you're not playing stun. So let's get into this. We're going to open with Trap Dust Shoot. Terrible card, by the way. And we're going to HA for DDR. Very simple here. We just Gold Sark. We DDR, discard Copy Plant, go for Lone Fire Blossom. Lone Fire Blossom for the second Lone Fire Blossom. For Gigaplant, equip Supervise Gigaplant effect. Bring back Copy Plant, sync for Power Tool Dragon. Supervise brings back Gigaplant. Power Tool Dragon 66% is going to round up to 100%, and we'll get a Supervise. Equip to Gigavise, activate Gigavise effect. Bring back Lone Fire for Titanial, and then set 2 Fire Dust Shoot on the standby phase. We'll take out one of the Golem Sentries, and more importantly, we now know exactly what our opponent has. He's going to try and stun us with various cards, and we're going to draw a Supervise. We are already in a commanding position, but now it's just, it's just lights out. Real quick, you guys, we love these pop quizzes. Pop quiz right now. How do you out this board? That's right. You go for Gigaplant effect, and you're going to go ahead and bring out, wait for it, the Copy Plant, and he gets a Black Garden token. Who cares is the question that I pose to you. Who cares? Not me. I'm making Black Rose, and I'm going to destroy your Black Garden. I'm going to destroy it. You're welcome to Fiendish Chain. I have Titanial to stop your targeting effect. Right, Titanial tributes itself, negates Fiendish Chain, and now the entire board is destroyed. Our opponent is in fact so distraught that they choose not to chain the Threatening Roar. I'll be honest, folks, it doesn't really matter. We're going to win this game no matter what. Our opponent has 0 cards, and we are establishing a board. So we're going to side. We're going to side deck here and go into the next game. So let's go right on into that. Our opponent is going to draw 6 cards, and he's going to set a Morphing Jar. Now, I'll tell you guys a secret. I'm being very vulnerable am candid with you guys because I love you and I appreciate you. I always forget Morphing Jar exists. If you are on Morphing Jar and you draw it for the first time in the match, you are absolutely going to win that match and you're going to dunk on me because I always fail to play around it. And this is no exception. I'm going to upstart. I'm going to get my hand all perfect and set up for next turn. I'm going to set nothing and I'm going to pass. And our opponent is going to Morphing Jar, getting rid of 6 cards from me. That's actually a +1 for those of you keeping score at home. I do draw another Heavy Storm, but the rest of it is just junk. And stun is so bad that I just give the win to my opponent. I'm going to next game. I'm going to win this time. So we pick up a couple hidden armories. And we have SSN and Copy Plant, also dandy, but Copy Plant's the key thing here. And I do decide, since I'm against stun, since I don't have any sweepers, I'm going to aggressively establish an early board. I want Lone Fire in the mix. If Lone Fire's in the graveyard, the double HA can represent a mark and a DDR, so that's going to be really, really strong. I'm just going to pass on Gigaplant. This is an aggressive board position that is daring my opponent to answer it. Unfortunately for us, he does have the answer. He's going to go for Grand Mole. Grand Mole is one of the more powerful options that the stun decks possess. He'll activate a Black Garden and set something. We're going to draw My Body as a shield. Remember that, folks. It's going to be important later. We're going to go ahead and HA, and I'll pick up the Mark of the Rose. That's going to be vital to tribute our Gigaplant and get it back on the field. And then we'll use the other HA and pick up a Supervise. Very sad to mill Heavy Storm there, but you know, what can you do? C'est la vie, right? So he's going to summon Dinah and then set some more. Totally fine. Like, I'm literally so unbothered. You can summon Dinah all you want. I'm going to set a Dandy. I know it's not going to get tokens. I'm just going to, you know, protect myself. He uses the Grand Mole. That's fine. You're failing to establish a further board. You're only doing 1200 damage per turn. That is a slow clock. That is a slow clock, folks. So we'll take the 12. He'll set something else. It's fine. We're just looking for a Trap Stun. We're looking for a True Nade. And then we're going to make our move, right? So he's going to pick up a Scrubbed Raid for turn, and then he's going to Grand Mole and then hit us for another 12 again. Totally fine. We have plenty of time. I pick up an SSN. I'm going to set that as a sick bluff. That's a bluff, right? A bluff is when you are representing that you have something that you do not. In layman's terms, a bluff is a lie. I'm lying like a liar. Maybe he thinks it's Mirror Force. Maybe he chooses not to Grand Mole. Let's see. In fact, he does choose to not Grand Mole. He's going to use Breaker the Magical Warrior. And that's going to destroy the Super Solar Nutrient, and then he'll attack my Dandelion. Totally fine. It's just 1200 damage. I've got plenty of time. Except I really don't, because now he has a Breaker on the field. So I also don't have anything to set. So now this is a real piss or get off the pot moment. And this is actually where I want to highlight something else about stun, right? You at home might be seeing, oh, he has 4 sets. That's 4 pieces of meaningful interaction. There's no way I can possibly play through that. Wrong. So wrong. So incredibly wrong. Here's the thing. Let's look. We have the benefit of hindsight, right? Let's see what he's got. Royal Oppression. Okay, 1 real piece of meaningful interaction. Gravity Bind. Who cares about the battle phase? We're playing a good deck. We're not dependent on the battle phase to generate advantage, right? Not an issue. Threatening Roar. Same problem as Gravity Bind, right? Who cares? Who cares? Needle Sealing. This is real. So there's really only 2 pieces of meaningful interaction here, right? We're going to go ahead and Mark of the Rose, and we'll steal the Fossil Dinah and Tribute for Gigaplant. Again, nothing he can do here, right? So then we're going to go ahead and fire the Supervise, and then we'll activate the Supervise, and he's going to go ahead and use Royal Oppression at this time. Now, this is where it gets really good, folks. I have the My Body as a shield. I've always wanted to do this, and this is the first time I've ever actually used My Body as a shield to shield myself from Royal Oppression. It worked, you guys. It just worked. How fantastic. How absolutely fantastic. We're going to bring out the Copy Plant. Now here, interestingly enough, he is going to choose to not Needle Sealing. I do think this is a mistake, but ultimately, I think, you know, even if he needle ceilings, now he's losing his breaker. We do get a Gigaplant back. Fossil Dyna is already off the field. Who cares that I don't have a battle phase? I'm going to be able to generate enough advantage anyways. But he has made this critical mistake, and now I am free to Black Rose the field once again. And would you look at that? It goes through. He chooses not to needle ceiling again for whatever reason. Again, though, I do think we're in a pretty favorable position, even if he chooses to not needle ceiling. I'm going to be able to snowball advantage. I'm going to have Black Garden tokens coming at me that I can attack with, right? We have Book of Moon to shut down the Grand Mall. I can normal summon the Gigaplan. Like we're in a commanding position, right? And anyways, he's going to draw Deslocuta. So now he's just drawing a bunch of monsters. These are not helpful, right? We have Book of Moon to answer the Grand Mole. It's face down, so it's no longer a threat. I'm going to normal summon the Gigaplant, use its effect to put another monster on the field, and I'm going to begin a snowballing advantage. I'm going to go right into Brute Drago here. I like Brute Drago. If he has Deprison, I can just bring it back with DDR. High impact, very valuable. If he has Mirror Force, I get the Gigaplant back anyways. I love it, right? So we're going to set the Trap Stun, and then he is going to get a Breaker. He'll Breaker, destroy my Trap Stun. I'm sad to lose that, but I still feel as though I'm in a very commanding, powerful position. I decide I don't want to overcommit into what could be a Torrential Tribute, but alas, he's going to reveal that it is in fact a scrubbed raid. Now I'm feeling really good because this means I'm just going to be able to continue generating advantage from drawing cards and Miracle Fertilizer and Gigaplant's effects. So every turn, I'm potentially, look, I get 1 extra card for drawing, I get 1 card for Fertilizer, I get 1 card for Gigaplant. That's 3 cards every turn, right? And sure, he gets to draw a card every turn, but he has to destroy it to live because of Scrubbed Raid. So we're really in the driver's seat now. He's going to be desperate to try and generate further advantage. Meanwhile, I am going to put a Stardust Dragon on the field. This is going to protect me from any pesky Pac-Man type monsters, right? Or also a potential Torrential Tribute or Fossil Dyna coming on a later turn. So here we go. He's going to draw a DD Crow for turn. Not very helpful there. A little bit late, in fact. We'll pick up a Gold Sarcophagus, and I'm just going to go ahead and attack and force him to tribute his monster to end the battle phase. I'm in a comfortable and powerful position, so I'm really just, I'm not in any hurry to do anything, right? I'll put the Lone Fire on the field, I'll Sark for Trunade, and here I'm actually going to choose to pass. Now you might say, Dionysus, aka Young Puds, why would you not be putting the Titanial on the field, right? Here's the thing. I do have a Trunade coming, but ideally I would like to end the game sooner rather than later. And for that, we're going to have to make a Bryonac. That's going to be our out to Scrubbed Raid. So he's going to go ahead and set a Starlight Road, and then he'll get a Deslocuta set. Again, I'm feeling very, very confident here. I have Stardust, so it's like even if he has Torrential, we have the out. We're going to just go right ahead and make our Bryonac. And then we'll use Bryonac's effect to bounce the Scrub Raid. And before we get any further, our opponent is going to give us the win. So GG. I hope this is further evidence for you guys that stun is just bad. I hope you never play stun, right? So we're going to go ahead now and play a little live duel. I got some wonderful feedback from you guys on Friday. Though it wasn't unanimous, most of you guys seemed to enjoy the mixed format that we're doing. So we're going to keep that rolling. We're going to keep doing that. I do have one viewer who did say that they want only the, dual analysis. So we're going to keep that in the front. If you're not interested in the live duels, you are more than welcome to stop the video and stop watching right now. No problem. You have my full respect nevertheless. So we do have a duel going, and now before we get into this duel, I just want to bring up the sponsor of today's video, ImperialPorphyry.com. If you are looking to own a piece of Imperial Porphyry this website is maybe the only place to go. Let's get back to the duel. I'll pick paper. It's time to duel. Greetings, duelist. I think calling your opponent duelist is based. I think calling your opponent duelist is so based. I remember, I forget if it was Calvin Tahan or, oh gosh, was it Tyree Tinsley? Or maybe Ryan Levine. One of those guys called me duelist. That was the first time I heard it, and I was so tilted. I was so tilted. I should have won that match, and I lost because they called me duelist at the start, and I was like, whoa, that's sick. I'm going to start calling people duelist. So that's where play well duelist comes from. A little PWD. Play well duelist, right? Okay. We're playing against quick draw. I'll get rid of fort. DP, QD, QD, level eater, Spider-Man. Do you guys remember that? It used to be a thing. Drawing on cards used to be way bigger. I think Amanda LaPalme sold a tour guide that she drew on for like $1 billion, and then everyone was like, yeah, drawing on cards is sick. And everyone had their copies of Neos Alias drawn on. You know, there would be like the Spider-Man alias, all these different Neos aliases, right? All right, check this out, you guys. We're going to mill something sick. I lied. Okay, that was a powerful bluff. Our opponent is going to not commit further to the board lest he loses to Torrential Tribute or Mirror Force. He will simply swing for 1800. And then we will draw one of 4, technically 6, but I don't want Dandelion. Ah, yes. We've done it. Standby main. Heavy Storm. Oh, he had a set torrential. When they have a torrential, they're more than likely to play around your torrential. Anyways. This is sick. Let me just check real quick. Do we have a line to an Armory Arm line without Colossal Fighter? DDR, discard Super Solar for Giga. No. But you would have had to have drawn Gores for a turn, which is exceedingly unlikely, and even so, given the contents of the rest of your hand, I'm not particularly concerned about Gores. The fact that you're not setting Dimensional Prison does give me pause, but I think it's correct to just play into it here. I thought I'd mix it up. Normally we do, you know, the Synthwave Blood Dragon OST. Normally we do the, he's saying good luck. He doesn't know that it doesn't matter what we hit. I mean, I want to hit Supervise because that's easier, but we did not. Oh, wait, is it not game? Is it not game? I don't even know. No, I think that's still game. Do you have Jors? Do you have Jors the Gemissary? I don't think he does. Surely a man like you, Bombay X12, would not have Jors. Nice. He did not. All right, we're gonna put in the slow package here. We're gonna put in the slow package against a deck like this. That's for Avarice, incidentally. If he's got quick draw, if he's got Machina, you can be sure he has Avarice. And you know, against like this, drawing 2 DD Crow is an instant loss, but drawing 1 is really nice to just kind of hang out with. So yeah, we're listening to the Dunmorrow music. I don't know about you guys. I know some of you guys are World of Warcraft gamers, probably classic World of Warcraft gamers. And oh man, he opened well. I just wanted to hit the fast forward button right now, but I can't. This is a live duel. We're really in it. So yeah, guys, you should buy some Imperial Porphyry. Here's the thing. I was looking where to buy some of this forever. And then I finally found this website, and I was like, I don't know about this website. I don't know if I trust it. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on here? But I'm going to vouch, right? This is the real deal. This is real Imperial Porphyry for sale that you can buy. If you are some kind of oil prince, I highly recommend buying this $4,500 Imperial Porphyry slab. Now, I'm sure your next question is Dionysus, aka Young Puds, right? Is this legit? How do we know this is legit? I'm telling you guys, it's legit. Oh, that's abysmal. Oh, never mind. That's kind of sick, actually. Okay, so 2 options here. When I was said that's abysmal, I was thinking the play is Cyber Dragon, normal summon Nettles, sync for Power Tool, and then get a DDR. But I think this is much better. Like, what are you doing? I have your Stardust. It's mine now. It's my Stardust. The value, the plus, the card advantage we're generating, unbelievable. But yeah, guys, Dunmorag, amazing place. Amazing place. My first character... Okay, but the first World of Warcraft character I ever made was a Blood Elf. We're not going to talk about that. But like the first character that I really started playing was a gnome. And my first max level character was a gnome warrior. Very cool, very based. And I just have so many, a lot of alts. I make lots of gnomes. They're funny little guys. When I was a kid, I didn't like dwarves. As an adult, I can tell you, dwarves... very cool. Very cool. He says, I'm here for fun. You know, I did not consider that that's a possibility. He's got 3 monsters on the field. He can just plasma. He can just plasma. And just kind of rock my ish, if you know what I mean. Yeah. That's pretty good. That's a big boy. That's a big boy. My ish is being rocked, you guys. 3,300. Big damage. Big damage. All right, here we go. So the Imperial Porphyry, right? And I had been interested in acquiring some Porphyry a while back, a couple of years ago. And go on eBay right now. I challenge you. You're not gonna find Porphyry for sale. You're not. And I wasn't confident in that website. But I found myself over the weekend. We took a little excursion to Kennebunk, Maine. We found ourselves visiting Kennebunk, Maine. We drove all the way down there to have a nice little day. We heard it was a nice town to check out. And I popped in to a store selling ancient artifacts, and I had a little chat with the owner. It turns out that he is the proprietor of ImperialPorphyry.com. Very interesting guy. Very interesting guy. And I asked him, well, how did you come to possess all of this Imperial Porphyry? That's what I asked him. I wanted to know. And he said, well, several years ago, many years ago, in fact, I was interested in purchasing some, and I said, oh, great, me too. And he said, and what I did was I looked online, and there was none for sale. I couldn't find any, and I said, wow, I had a similar experience. And now he took it one step further, and he had some contacts, and he was looking into things, and he got in touch with someone who said, well, I can get you some Imperial Porphyry from Mons Porphyry in Egypt. The guy was Egyptian. And the guy at the copy store said, hey, great, can you sell me just a little bit? And that's game. Great. Let's move on to the next game. Yeah, I think we don't want to side. I think this is perfect. And the contact in Egypt said, no, I can sell you 3 boulders. I can sell you a whole bunch of it. The guy bought the boulders. He bought a whole bunch of it. And he said, I know I'm never going to make my money back on it, but now I own some Imperial Porphyry, and I decided, I'll sell little bits of it. So if you are interested in owning some Imperial Porphyry, you can buy one of these chip pendants. That's what I did. It's just a little bit. It's not a lot, right? I didn't need a lot. I just wanted to own a little bit of it. That's fine. I'm not an emperor. I'm just a regular guy. But I thought it would be cool. I thought it would be very cool to own. And yeah, I'm not going to lie. It is. It's very cool. We have to hold Book of Moon because he has Plasma, which is like a floodgate monster. So we're going to not set it. And we're going to take a look at your hand with the Dust Shoot. Dust Shoot's a bad card. You really shouldn't be playing it, by the way. Geez, that's a great hand. What do you guys think? I think it's Debris. Fufu, MST. Yeah, he can still Fufu for he can still Fufu for what's it called? To get the dandy tokens, and then he can level leader and all sorts of nasty stuff. The good news is that like Dandy, if he still had the Debris Dragon, he's just generating way too much advantage. It's really bad for us. I'm kind of thinking here, yeah, he's gonna quick draw and discard the level leader. I wonder if he wants to Plasma, like just Plasma early, right? I mean, you totally could. No, he's just going right for Drill Warrior Banish. No, okay, he's summoning it. Is he going to play into Gores? Does he fear Gores? He does. Nice. That's an extra turn for us. Okay, so here we're going to bait the MST with Super Solar Nutrient. He says. See, this is sick, because if he doesn't MST it, That's fine. I get a lone fire. And, oh, yep. That's all right. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so then Drill Warrior comes back. Fufu isn't resolving yet. My body's going to insulate us. I think we set the Book of Moon. If he wants to Heavy Storm and take the Fufu off the field, that's his prerogative. But Drill Warrior is fine. I guess there's an argument to not set the Book of Moon because it's going to kind of tell him that I don't have Gores, right? He's getting Dandy, so he probably drew another quick draw, right? Okay, 24. Or is he just trying to, he's just trying to wall up. He's just trying, okay, yeah, that's fine too. He's just trying to wall up. I've played quick draw. I know what things are. Dumb, I'm dumb, he says. Telling the truth. We're gonna aggressively start playing the game here. I like Power Tool Dragon in this scenario. Power Tool. Oh, hold up. He's going to get a Gaia next turn. Is it correct to just... No. I'm Power Tool Dragoning. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. I don't care. I don't care. Flame me in the comments. Say, oh, Dionysus, you're wrong. You're wrong. You should never be risking missing in a time like this. That's just so catastrophic for you to miss in a time like this. There's no way you're gonna be throwing the match. Okay, first of all, I did miss. Okay. First of all, I did miss. Second of all, who cares? You can only get one of them. You can only get one of them. Set my body, pass. Yeah, so standby phase. Oh, choosing to not summon the Gaia. This is great for us, incidentally. We have Book of Moon to shut down the plasma. We have Book of Moon to shut down the plasma. So that's fine. And Fusion just doesn't resolve. Very cool. And we have 2 sets. And you don't have Heavy Storm because you would have used that already. Ooh. Drill Warrior for what? Attacking directly? Oh. Son. I hate to say it. Ooh, Book of Moon putting you face down. You only have 600 defense. Yikes. Yeah, Chain Book. Sorry. Sorry. Shout out to my Canadian viewers. Do you guys really say sorry? Just kidding. I know you do. And you should be embarrassed for that. I love you guys, but like, come on. Is he telling the truth? let's check some rulings. Great. Wow. This is a silly card game. This is a very silly card game. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Good thing you discarded your force. Upstart. Very cool. I'll use that. I'll use that. Deprison. Very cool. I'm going to miss again, you guys. Watch. I'm going to miss for a second time. I think if I miss, I'd rather just have 2 marks, right? Nice, I didn't miss. Yeah, that's cool. We banish and we take your gear frame. And then we go and we DDR. And you say, oh no, Dionysus, your board is full. Ha! Joke's on you. Shows how much you know, bozo. And then we use Giga Effect. And here we get Copy Plant. Because we have the Deprison. So I want a Stardust on the field. Forces in the graveyard. Home Slice. Home Diggity. It's not banished. And yeah, this is cool. And then you're going to bring back Drill Warrior, and you're going to get back Force, and you're going to try and summon Fortress, and Fortress is going to get friggin' dunked on by Deprison. And I don't even care that Drill Warrior can attack over Power Tool, because I have a gear frame on it to protect it. What are you going to do? Crash into Gigaplant? Probably, bozo. Is that? I feel like that's like an it's always sunny bit, right? Calling people bozo. Man, that show was so good. I mean, I haven't watched the past few seasons. I'm sure they're fine, but like when that show was at its peak, that is like the funniest TV you can watch. I'm sure you guys agree. That is like excellent television. Pot of Avarice. Wouldn't it be cool to have DD Crow here? Now he's getting a Fortress and 2 cards. Do you think a deck like this plays Giant Trunade? Giant Trunade would be pretty bad for us. He'd get another Gear Frame activation. He could go Gear Frame for Fort. He could use Fusion again too. Jeez. I don't think a deck like this plays Trunade. And if it does, you deserve the win. But I feel like you don't want Trunade in a deck like this. You want Trap Stun if you're playing an additional sweeper. You could be playing both, but I don't think you want sweepers that bad. I think you need to have some like real traps. I don't think you have the space, and like the Machina engine already takes up a lot of space. I played against this guy last week sometime, and he tried to convince me to play Machina Gigavise, and I went over to the fake account and I played a game of Machina Gigavise, and it just doesn't work. It like I see why, like it makes sense on paper because UFO Turtle's a machine and Cyber Dragon's good in the deck, so you have like some machines that you want to be playing. Oh, okay. You have drawn Dandy, perhaps? Or not Dandy, Debris? Okay, we're just going right to battle phase. R.I.P. Bozo. D-Prison is insane, you guys, incidentally. Like, I've been playing a lot of this D-Prison list recently. It's a really good list, you guys. It's a really good list. Standby main, power tool effect. Let's go ahead and... I'd like to just win right now, you know? Oh, my goodness. Jeez. All right. Fine. Giga plus Stardust is not enough for game. All right, we'll just put the Titania on the field. Morphing jar number 2. No. Okay. All right. Well, I'm definitely really glad I didn't go for RDA now. And then we set judgment, and then we end turn. Yeah. Yeah, this is sick. All right. So you'll drill warrior. What do you get back here? Dandy? Okay. You're just trying to wall up. The Red Dragon Archfiend's probably coming next turn, I think. Man, my body here goes crazy. What do you even do? Incidentally, you guys, the correct play last turn was to Giga for copy plant out of graveyard, and then Mark of the Rose, one of the tokens, and then make... Oh, Mistworm's not game either. No, I played it correctly. Yeah. Debris, just like I said, you have Debris. I don't know about going... I think you maybe need to Drill Warrior and try and crash into Gigaplant there. Like, what is getting the 2 extra tokens right now doing for you? Yeah, here comes RDA. We're going to negate that summon. Look at that. I didn't have to use the /half command. I was able to do 56 divided by 2 in my head. Yeah, that's how sick I am. And then we get a power tool. Why not? Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Hey, look, it didn't matter. And then we go and we're going to make an RDA of our own here. And that's going to be game. Nice. And then we just attack. And we attack. And we attack. GG, well played. Plasma is a scary boy. Ooh, yeah, I forgot that deck plays Lone Fire. I could have sided in AAU. You probably wouldn't want to either. I hate fun. Just kidding, you guys. I actually really like fun. That's why I play Gigavise. Anyways, thank you guys for watching today's video. If you'd like to support the channel, this actually in no way supports me, but I think it'd be rad if you guys bought some Imperial Porphyry from imperialporphyry.com. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more shameless Hypebeast Gigavise content. All right, take care.